Hello and welcome, this is Ruth, and today I have the Flawless Flower card creator die set and the Secret Circle Easel card die set, both from Tonic Studios, to share with you. Now these only arrived yesterday with me and I haven't even opened them to look at them yet. I've only taken the outer packaging off. So I'm guessing from here that there's something that moves on this one to conceal this panel, but we'll have a closer look at that in a moment. So don't forget, if you haven't already done it, to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. There's lots more videos in the pipeline, and I'd really love it if you had time to leave a little comment and give me a big thumbs up at the end as well. This one has 40 dies, as I said, and you can see here the large one cuts the entire shape out for the card. And I'm just looking here at the instructions, and they are so basic that I imagine this is really simple to make, because we've got 1, 2, 3 different steps to it, and that's it. So I think I'll pop this over, have a quick look at this one, and then I'll get some card out and we'll get started. This doesn't look too difficult either, but there's a little mechanism here made with some of these pieces, which means that you turn a little piece, the little handle around, and it shows you a little piece at the top of it. And I think this will be on a square card, obviously, and I'll check the sizes of that in a moment. It looks like a 5x5 for that one. So I didn't say when I looked through this one, there are definitely panels here that you could use in cards, memory books. These would make lovely pockets on memory books. See this one here, if I can get it out. These end ones, these would be really beautiful on a memory book for pockets, and possibly even this shape as well, and little tags and things. So don't forget that, as well as cards. And this one, that if you were making a square memory book, you could possibly even have something coming out of that as well. But these would make beautiful pieces to add on to cards and envelopes. So I'll go and get the card and I'll be right back. First of all, you're going to need to cut this large die out twice, and the rocker, I call this a rocker, but it's this kind of semicircle with a little scalloped edge on it. You'll need to cut that out twice as well, and you'll also need to cut a large circle and 2 little circles with the little score line in the centre there. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and make the card base up. So we've got the 2 pieces like this, and then we want to cut the tab straight off one of them here. And I've actually done that another time, because where that tab joins, then I'm going to cover it over. So I've got 2 of these pieces, which are this without the tab on it. And then on the other piece, directly opposite the tab, I'm going to take, well, I've already done it, but I'm going to show you how to do it now. I have taken this little die here, and you will pop it in right opposite where the fold line is there, and the larger semicircle facing this way, and die cut that. Now it seems to suggest, on the instructions anyway, I can see it here quite clearly, unless there's something wrong with me, but it looks like you pop this the other way around on those instructions, but it doesn't work if you do that. So this is definitely the way it is done. You pop it on there with the larger piece down towards the fold and the score here, and this little nick going across this way and this one up this way, and it will give you the card front like this, and you can then score and fold right across those little lines there and there and burnish those, and then this one as well. So this is your easel part of the card that sits up, and you're going to take have it like this now. So there it is with the fold here, and that fold then in my card anyway is going to go at the side here. We will pop that on there, and then when you fold this up, you'll get that little easel card like that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here first of all, and then that's my card base made. And you can pop that on the inside or the outside, wherever it goes. Just remember that you will see that little fold, and I'm not going to go ahead and glue the other part on just right now, but I will do it later off camera, I think, because I'm in a wee bit of a hurry, just because my dies were late coming. So there we are, that's it, and there's your card base. There's where I'm telling you here, you can see that little piece, and that really should be covered over by another piece of card like that. So we've now got our little easel card, and it pops up like this. And I'm going to go ahead and just decorate this piece. So I've taken this die and this one, and I've cut this one out in fresh mint, like so, and then I've used the two together in sherbet lemon glitter card, and I've glued that directly on top. So this then can go on here, and I've also got another little piece, and it can go on in here, because obviously when that easel card is sitting open, you will see that bit as well. So I'll just glue those two pieces on now. Now we need to make a little stopper for in here. So I've cut the large circle out in this beautiful silky sky card, and I'm going to pop that into the centre. Now you could add a plain piece of card in here in a different colour or whatever, but I'm leaving that plain because I think that's where I would want to write if I was going to write on the card, or you could actually write on the underneath of it. Now there are the two little circles that have this little score line in it. You could put it on like this and have it opening whichever way. Actually, that's what I'll just do. I was going to put one on, but I think I'll add the two. So score them, fold them on the score line, and glue them both together like that. And then you can go ahead and put some glue in here. Now, I'm not putting it right out to the edge at the moment because I'm going to place it here, and I don't want it to slide about on that silky sky card there. So what I'm going to do is move this part over, the easel part, and then I'll be able to see where that's going to be parallel to here whenever the card sits open, and I can pop that into the centre and then just set it loosely for the moment, and then there it is. Just place it there and place that directly at the edge where you want this piece to hold up against. And I will just set that aside for a minute or two. It just takes a second or two more to dry on top of a shiny surface, so I'll set that over just for a minute or two. Now we have these two pieces cut out, so that's from this little die, and they've both got a little lip on each side there. So you'll glue both of those together back to back, and there'll be a little lip at each side there. Now I have taken the two dies that go up at the top here. You could add more onto this if you like, but I have used this one and the outer edge of that one, and I've cut the plain one out in the silky sky, and then I've used the two together to make this beautiful die cut here that says on your day, and that then is going to get glued on here, and that's the piece that's going to go down into the centre. So hopefully you can see that there where I have put this in, so that one little notch went through into the back here and the other one sits up here. That way whenever you turn this around, that will disappear down in there, and that's your little surprise. But we've now got a little piece to put on here, and I have taken the two circles that cut the pattern out. I've cut the one out in sherbet, I've put it onto a plain circle here, and then I've got two more little circles that I'm going to add onto the back of that. I've just used that same little die, and then I'm going to glue them together, the two of them, like that, and then directly onto the back of this. And that will just give enough room to sit in between there and leave that enough room to turn around whenever I get the top part onto it. So that then will fit in there. And you're going to glue that onto the piece of the card that you've just put in here. So that will, you'll need to make sure that this is totally central. Just check that you've got everything in the right place there before you glue anything down. This is sort of parallel the whole way around, and then pop your glue into the centre there, and that one then will fit on there. Now I have cut out two pieces of silky sky again, so these are, unfortunately they're going to cover quite a wee bit of that, but I like the pattern in behind, and I did want to use that anyhow. So I have cut those out and I'm going to glue them back to back the way I did for that panel down at the bottom there, and they will become my little handle. Just like that, and onto here again. And then I'm going to glue this piece into the centre here. So when that's closed, I am going to have this and parallel to this line here, or running the same way as that line. Now, I will need to leave that for a minute or two, because if I start to move that now, it will just come adrift, because it's a bit, you want to try it as soon as you have done it. But anyway, there's the way it's going to sit up. This piece will sit up here, and that's your little easel card. Now, obviously, you could add decorative details in here. In fact, looking at that now, I'm not too sure whether I actually think I will go ahead and do that. When I made this up in my sort of plan, first of all, I thought I'd leave that empty to write on, but I think now that I can see this piece showing from the top of the card, I want to cover that, and you can write on this part here. I've added the other panel on in there, and then you can see there's plenty of room to write or do whatever you want in that part. And on this part here, you'll probably notice that I took the Silky Sky card off there, because whenever it was folded, it was too big a fold for it, and it started to crack in there, and I thought that the white would just look better and it would be neater at the end. And then I've added some sequins into this and onto this panel here, and I think that looks really lovely. I'm really happy with the colours of that. Now you can see the card. I'm trying to turn it around just so that I can get it on camera here, but you can see with this little notch inside and this one outside, and the glue has already grabbed on here, so we can turn this around and this will disappear down inside the card, and it just stops there. And then you'll know, because that's there and there's a little handle on it, that you can open this up, and there's your little surprise. And isn't that so cute? That's a lovely little card, and there it is. This one actually looks a lot more complicated than it is, because all you've got to do is cut out the main die, which is this one, and then this one, and that's the basis of the card. Everything else there is decorative. So this is for here, and then we'll fold the centre up in a mountain fold. Then you fold the other part that is in here down into a valley fold, and these two are mountain folds, and you go from this flat card to the basis of the card here. And in fact, you could just leave the card like that. It's got a little stepper on it, and you could leave the card like that, and that could be it finished, and you could just put whatever you want on the front here. But if you cut this piece out, this little arch for the back, that gives you this piece, and that just gets glued onto there, and the card then will stand up and have this arched piece at the back, and that is all there is to it. It is so easy. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece on, and then I'm going to get some of the decorative panels. I've already gone ahead and done that. I cut this out twice actually, because I wanted the background to be lemon as well, and I'm just going to glue that directly on top there, and then this will go on here, and I might put white in behind that. But first of all I've got to do to complete the construction is glue those on there. So glue on these tabs here and pop that on. There's quite a selection of different dies that you can use here with different things on them, and you can put the sentiment here or you could put it here, but I've decided to put the Let's Celebrate on here, and I backed that onto white cards so that the Silky Sky would stand out a bit more, and then I put some lemon on here first, and then I added the white detail on with the die on there as well. Now, I wasn't too sure what I was going to put there. I wanted to put some patterned paper maybe, but I've actually just found this little, it's a topper I think that I got free with a magazine a long time ago, and I think that looks lovely there. And I'm just looking now, because I've cut the little oval out, and I might just pop it onto that and then put it there. Yes, I'll pop it onto there. So I've used, there's two little sets of dies here that go together, and I have cut those out twice, and I've put, one of them is already on there, and I'm just going to glue the other one on, and then that covers in here. And you can see as well that there are dies there if you want to cover these little areas as well. I'm just going to put this on, and then I'll add those other two, and then I've some little flowers cut to add on top of that as well. There we are. Now there's some beautiful little flowers there that you can layer up, and I have them made up here, and I was going to put them on maybe here and here, but I think I've got enough flowers going on there, and they maybe just, it might just be overkill. They might look nice in there, but I'm just going to leave that as it is. But you know they're there, and you can use them for all sorts of things, and you could even just, you don't have to use them in that card, you could put them on this one as well. You can have a look at some of these little debossing sentiments down at the bottom here, and this one says lots of love, best wishes, happy birthday, and enjoy your day. And there are little banners here that they can fit in as well. And then we've got these other ones here, which I'm just going to read off on the back for you, because obviously it's easier to see them on here than try to read them back to front. So we've got enjoy your special on your special day and on your birthday, and then have a lovely day, and this one that I've got here, which is let's celebrate. And I actually thought it was going to show us them all on there, but I don't see the top one. Just for you, there it is. And these little banners can look beautiful on the side there as well. And also don't forget that you can use this card in this way. You don't need to add this extra piece onto it, and you can glue two of them together and make a bigger card if you want. And all of these fold flat for postage. So once again, thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope you would like to try to make those as well. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. My affiliate links to all of this will be down below in the description of the video, and I get a little commission from that, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. So thank you very, very much. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, everything, anything, and leave me a little comment. If you have time, I always appreciate that. So until next time, happy crafting. Bye bye. Thank you.